shop. It's Tuesday after Christmas. It's the 27th. Brad has been working on the spring smasher. He's made it pretty far since I've been down here. Me and Maggie ain't been down here because it's been like 7 degrees outside. That ain't for me. So we've been sitting at the house in the warm house while Brad's been working his butt off out here in the cold, which they've had fires and everything, so I'm sure it hadn't been too cold. But Brad's working on cleaning out this heater, and then Chris is gonna come in here in just a second and get us a fire started. Brad can start a fire, but he's just a little slow. Chris is a, what's it called, babe? Pyromaniac. A pyromaniac. If he ain't got a fire, he's sick. He's always got a fire. That's where he's at right now. He's out down behind the shop burning something. He's always got a fire somewhere.
I believe he's burning boxes from Maggie's Christmas.
Yeah, I think he's burning boxes from Christmas. Maggie got all that she could want. Maggie, did you have a good Christmas, baby? Did you have a good Christmas? Yes, ma'am. She said yes, ma'am, so I guess she had a good Christmas. She's gonna get on her motorcycle and go run all over everything. But anyway, so this is what Brad's gotten done so far. Looks like this one's gonna be a whole lot nicer than that one over there. A lot more upgraded than that one over there. He's doing a good job so far. So we'll see how this all turns out. Brad's going to dump that. We're going to the car show in Hickory, North Carolina next week. We're actually leaving on Wednesday. We're going to take, Wednesday's pretty much going to be a travel day. It takes us 6 hours to get there. Everybody's going to work. And then we're going to head that way after work. And then Thursday, we're going to explore North Carolina, all the race shops and all of that good stuff. And then Friday and Saturday is the Cars Racing Show. We're staying right there at it. So we're super excited to go back there. We went 2 years ago, didn't go last year because Mags was so small, and we were in the Ice Bowl last year. But this year instead, we're gonna go to the car show instead of going to the Ice Bowl. Somebody actually reached out to Brad about possibly driving their car. They weren't 100% sure, and we had already made plans, already had booked a hotel. But anyway, it's been a good Christmas. We've had a great several off weeks. We've still got several more off weeks. We're not anywhere near the race season just yet. Should start back up in late March, early April. And then we don't really know what we're running, what series we're gonna chase, or if we're gonna chase a series. We don't know what's going on just yet. So of course, as we figure that out, we'll let you guys know. But anyway, we'll shut this off for just a second until Chris gets in here to build us fire. I'm freezing to death. It's 40 degrees in here. Alright guys, we got a good fire going. Chris is in here. Maggie is videoing on my phone. Chris and Brad are trying to figure out how they want to build this, how they want to wire it, all that good stuff.
Hey Maggie, these put one in wall sockets on it look like.
Alright, so they're trying to run this through the spring smasher to get it where they need it.
Hung up again.
It's not going very well for them.
Just a little finesse.
Oh, okay.
So it needs.
This is all the small, finicky, annoying things.
Where?
They're gonna work on this, and I'll show you guys when they get a little bit more accomplished.
Brad here with Days of Dirt. We're out here tonight. What is it? Thursday night. We're out here working on the spring smasher. We're gonna be extra safe tonight. Maggie's got her safety glasses on. Can you say hey? Hey. The other night we didn't get much videoing done. We had some struggles getting some the wire in here ran through the tubing. So now we got to run the wiring up here.
He just ran all over that jar.
Maybe he's the one that needs to be safe. Reckon that? Reckon he needs to borrow my earplugs?
Your nose plug.
So what we're going to do tonight was we're going to get the wires ran from this hole here down to the bottom to our power source. And I started the other night building a bracket. You can see right here. gonna weld on just like that. That's where we're gonna put the switches. Gonna have your up, down, power switch. I don't know if you just seen that or not. Let's try that one more time. Power, up and down. But the main goal tonight is to be safe. So we're gonna be safe as we do all this. We're gonna make sure that everyone's wearing proper PPE. And is that juice good? Okay. And make sure nobody eats no bolts or nothing tonight. Hey. Alright, so we're on enough talking. This will be part 4, which you guys will see some videoing from the night before, or 2 nights ago.
Make sure you get the west wall.
The what? Oh yeah. Let us know if you see anything different. What? Oh yeah. Almost forgot. BarryApparelCO.com to get your order in. Don't look at the little mess up here. Dallas kind of messed this one up as she was making it. So now this is going to be my garage shirt. Here, show them the back.
There's the back of it. That's her championship shirt.
BarryApparelCO.com. Order yours today. If you're a Patreon member, you get 15% off.
20.
20% off.
Yep. Alright guys, Billy Bob over here obviously got his stuff all jacked up tonight.
I plugged my safety plugs out. I gotta get them back in.
Oh no. If you'll notice too, he's obviously not very he's obviously not very keen on safety because he doesn't realize that little dip right there goes on his nose, and he's got him upside down, and he's also got some on the back of his head.
I gotta protect the eyes in the back of my head.
He's not real sure how to wear them. It looks like his 2-year-old knows how to wear them better than he does.
You think you guys can tell me how well? Okay, so I got this cleaned up. I got the hole cut out for the switch. Game plan now is to weld it about right in there somewhere. Get it welded up, and she'll be ready to start running some wire. And then I'm just gonna fold over let's see if I can do this with 2 hands. On this side back here, I'm just gonna make 2 bends and make a back plate that can be screwed on and off. So shouldn't be too bad. Now Maggie's found some Play-Doh, so they're over here playing with Play-Doh. But I'm gonna get this stuck together and get it stitched, welded, and have to grind my welds and make it look good, and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, so it's kind of late tonight. Didn't get a whole lot of video done once again. Unfortunately, the last 2 nights or so hasn't been a whole lot of material that would have made great videos or anything. So it's just been kind of slow, small, tedious work. You can see right there, we got the wiring back there. It's all ran down this tube, through the tube. It all comes out there and then attaches to the trailer jack. Then you got your power and your ground here. That's just kind of we just kind of throwed it together just so we could stick it here to the inverter. I'll show you. It's just a inverter there. That's what'll power the jack. And like I said, we just tried to kind of stick it together tonight just to make sure everything's gonna work. One thing we're probably gonna change out here is this is this switch. You can just do that right there and just barely touch it and it starts going by itself. So it's just feels like it's a cheap switch, which of course that is the switch that came off of the jack. So I don't expect it to be very good quality. It's just a little cheap switch. Just gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do there. Of course, now it done fabricated that for a square switch. Probably gonna be putting a round peg in a square hole now, so I don't know. But anyways, we'll figure it out and we'll work around it. But that's where we're at right now. It's just been slow, tedious. I know I hadn't done a whole lot of videoing, but there really isn't nothing to do videoing when I'm doing stuff like that. So the next thing I'll be doing, I'll be mounting some bearings right up under here to keep this. Let's see, and clean this off so I don't make a mess. It'll, well, yeah, there we go. It'll keep that from wobbling and going back and forth, which may not, oh, that's why I got the jack far. The jack's too far down, but what it does is there's play in that right there, going forwards and back, which I've done that on purpose. I did not make these holes around these guide tubes tight. I left them loose simply because I knew I was going to put bearings underneath this plate. The machine over there that I originally built, I got these tight, and of course this is just DOM tubing. I mean, it's not polished rod or nothing. It don't have bearings in it. I mean, it's metal on metal, so obviously that's not the best case scenario, but that's why I'm doing this one just a little bit different. So I got a new linear gauge ordered. It should be here next week. Once that gets here and I get it mounted up onto the jack plate here, that'll be my scale as far as showing me, you know, center to center measurements. And of course I'll have to fabricate some kind of bracket for that to be mounted on. And then down here I'm going to go ahead and just fab up something quick, simple to box it up. That way I can have kind of like a flat surface right here. I could have put the gauges, the scale gauges and the readout gauge and all that down here just like that one and, you know, 90% of other machines on the market. But in my head, I'm wanting there to be a flat surface right here so that I can use that as such a, like a table. And I want to have a clipboard and a notebook right there to where I can write my notes, write my numbers, and I'm not having to sit here and, you know, do this, look up, turn around, ask somebody, all that. It's all right here. I can see what I'm doing. It'll all be in one motion. I won't have to be running around. It'd just be more, just be a better motion rather than having to run around like a chicken with my head cut off. See, like right here, you know, you just got your switch, you got your readout, and then you got to look up here, which the good thing about that is it's magnetic. So sometimes I'd put it right there. Sometimes I lay it right there. Just, you know, it's just kind of a hassle. And one thing about this is with it being up high, Maggie likes to mash buttons and everything. So with it being up high, I don't feel like she's going to be able to get to the buttons and all. So I think that'll work out better for me. But I don't know. I was hoping to have it done before we went up to the car show. But I'm just not sold on the fact that it's going to happen. It's just the way everything, the mailing and the holidays and all that, it's just not looking that great. So maybe we can get it done shortly after New Year's and get started on another project I got in my head. So who knows? I mean, eventually I got to get back started on the race car. Obviously, we're not racing the Ice Bowl. Our first race will probably be somewhere around March, April-ish. Yeah, not sure our plans yet, of course. But as soon as we do figure out some plans, we'll let you guys know. Once again, I did say I'd make a parts list on what all it's taken to build this Smasher. Once I get everything completed, and once I'm done with it and everything, I'll make an entire video and walk you guys through all the steps and material and products and measurements and everything you need to build one just like I've done right here. and I'll give that to you guys all in a summary video. So until then, I appreciate you guys watching. I know this hasn't been the most exciting video, but doing what we can. So head on over to berryapparelco.com to check out your Berry racing apparel, Days of Dirt apparel, even some apparel for, I call it women's shirts, but other stuff that Dallas has done, it's all over there. Check us out on Patreon, Days of Dirt, of course, and appreciate you guys watching, appreciate the support, and we'll see you guys soon. Be sure you subscribe, ring the bell, like, share, and comment.